So, good evening. Happy New Year. Hopefully your new year has started off great. And if not, I hope it gets better. Definitely, not necessarily like new year, new you, but be really intentional this year. That's what I would say. Advice is just be really intentional about what it is that you want, your goals, and what you're manifesting for yourself. And actually, so I created a vision board, but I did this time on my phone. The last time I did one was the first time I did one was 2019. And so this year I did a new one on this app called Canva, Canva. And it lets you just basically put the pictures in or whatever from online. And I'm using it as a background on my phone. And yeah, I feel like that's a kind of different way to manifest some stuff and maintain your focus on what it is that you want for yourself. So yeah, maybe if you want to do that, definitely try it out. It's pretty easy to do. And you can save the picture on your phone and stuff. So, what I want to talk about is this post that I saw, and I feel like it resonates because I don't remember if I talked about this the last episode, but maybe I did. I feel like I did, about cutting people off or just like being done with certain things or certain people from last year, like going into the new year and having the strength to let things go that no longer serve you, right? So this post that I saw, before I read the post, there was something else that I wanted to say. Oh yeah. Okay, first, sorry. I am still kind of learning how to use not the podcast, but like how to check ratings and all that stuff. Because I remember how I said, like, I'm going to start trying to say rate and review the podcast. I know I can read the rates on Apple Music, like their Apple Podcast, I'm sorry. I can see the ratings, and I honestly I have ratings and I have comments and I never read them. So I apologize, and I am going to read some and definitely talk about one the most recent that I saw and I really appreciated. Hold on. Yeah, I've been getting good reviews. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. It's from a year ago. I think I did say something about this one, but it's from a year ago. I got 5 stars. Appreciate it. From another podcaster, Nikish Speaks 1. She said, very informative and quite intuitive. As a healthcare professional, I really enjoyed your podcast. Keep up the great work, sis. Thank you. And then this one is from February 2nd, 2021. It's from Hoodie954. Shout out to Hoodie954. I don't know who that is, but DM me, if you want to. Great podcast. I feel like I'll be learning a lot about myself from this podcast. Keep it up. Thank you. So from May 7th, I know who this, Lanicia Medina. She's another podcaster. I think I've mentioned her podcast before. And I gave her a rating too. That one was 5. Okay, so great topics. Love the flow of your podcast. It really feels like you're talking directly to your audience. Keep it up. Looking forward to more episodes. And the most recent one that I didn't catch was from November 29th, 2021, from Red Fox for Life. And she said, Chanel is a true kindred spirit. She connects with you spiritually, sharing all wisdom without holding back. She gets me through the day. Hopefully, she'll let her listeners be special guests for more content. Keep it going. I really appreciated that. I'm sorry I didn't see that before. So thank you so much. That's a really nice, sweet thing to say. And I am very glad that I can help, in any way that I can. Like I always say on here, I try to do my best to offer, advice and information. And of course, I want you guys to be special guests. So I always ask you guys to DM me and to say what you want to be on the podcast for. So of course, Red Fox for life. I don't know who you are, but definitely DM me on Instagram at Black Hippie Lounge, and we can work it out so you could be a guest. You'll be definitely, for sure. Just let me know. And for anyone else too, if you want to be a guest. I have other people in mind that I still need to interview. And I just have to connect with them because I still want to talk about some topics that relate to them that I feel that they can offer some great advice. But like I said, special guests for sure, listeners for sure. I want to talk to you guys more. Like I said, I try to do the lives. I'll try to do more lives too. So again, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was it. Sorry. And yeah, I just thought that was really nice. So I appreciate it. And I'm sorry I didn't see it before. But I'm glad I saw it. So again, shout out to you guys, and Red Fox for life. Whoever you are, message me so we can schedule that so you can be a guest. And I will be a guest on another podcast next week. So I will post the link for that. I'm looking forward to that. Because I want to be a guest on other podcasts too, to promote myself and to just, have some healthy conversations. So I'm going to get back to, shout out to listeners. Thank you so much. And DM me we can do collaborations and stuff. So I'm going to read this post, and then I'm going to read the post, the comment under it, and then I'm talking about, right? So the post is, why are you holding on to people that no longer serve you? Why are you holding on to people who you suspect aren't 100% for you? In 2022, cut them out. There's no room for both haters and soul tribe. Pick one. I promise you will not regret it. And so underneath, it said quite a lot. It said, in 2022, you got to let them go. The people who got you here may not be the people who are going to get you there. If that's getting yourself healthy or happy, starting your business, or out of your food and drug addiction, there is no room for both people who support you and help you level up and the people who are secretly envious. The green-eyed monster will sabotage you quick, fast, and in a hurry. I know you were doing this healing cleanse, but take the night and let's go get Buffalo hot wings. If that's their behavior, they aren't it. If you're doing a cleanse and your partner brings home corner store Chinese, that ain't it. If they mock or make fun of you, that ain't it. If you give them a responsibility and your reputation depends on it, and you hear anything but raving spectacular reviews, that ain't it. When you let these people go, the universe responds to this by providing you with soul tribe. With people who are willing to go the extra mile with you, with people who are wanting to see you thrive. Stop settling in 2022. I promise you are worthy of bigger and better and more love. So that is a lot, but it's true. I really can resonate with this post, and that's why I screenshotted it and said I was going to talk about it, because I just been feeling like a lot of people I'm either cutting off or my communication is bare to none. And it's not on some, I don't like you or anything. It's just I just feel like right now it's a mix of being in hermit mode and feeling like I need to retreat and get my thoughts and emotions together. But I also feel like I'm just tired. I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of tired of certain people. I'm tired of giving people a chance or benefit of the doubt. And I'm tired of waiting for people to like step up, or just, I don't know. I can't be in this stagnant space. And some people are comfortable with that, which is fine. That's their prerogative. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm feeling less connected to people than I am connected to people, but not in a like, oh, woe is me type of way. It's just like I'm good. Like, unless you are, I think it's, I'm saying it out loud. I feel like a part of it is just when you got to a place where you can fill your own cup and maintain your cup full, even running over. It's like, not in an egotistical way of like, what do you bring to the table? But it's like, I feel like I'm just being more conscious of like, do I really need to hang out with you? Do I really need to talk to you like that? Like, are you someone who just brings temporary fulfillment, or are you consistently, like, are you on my team or not? Like, kind of what it says in the post. Like, do you have my back for real? Like, not just talking out the side of your neck. Sometimes you have my back, other times you disappear, whatever. Or, and this could be any type of relationship, friend, family, platonic, romantic, whatever. Like, everyone's gone through stuff, but it's one of those things where you have to follow your intuition, and it's like, do I really need to be associating with you? Do I really need to be doing this with you? And something that I'm working on is being able to like express that and tell someone, because sometimes I'll just back off and just, I don't want to say I want to go ghost on someone, because I'll still be nice and respond, but I also won't be inviting for them to continue to like have access to me in the same way or reciprocate the same. I won't be the same person that I am usually with them. Like, that's how it is when a relationship ends for me. Like, once I'm done, you will never get the same me. And not in a like, I'm going to be mean to you. It's just, I don't want to say you don't matter, but I don't want anything to do with you, and yeah, I guess I'm working on that. But I guess my point was like, I'm in a space where I have backed off from people that I used to hang out with or talk to more frequently, or my conversations with them were nicer. Like, I was being my normal self, which is like a caring person, so I'm going to reach out, hey, how you doing, and stuff like that. But when I pick up on certain actions, or just like your energy sometimes is like good, and then other times you don't have good energy toward me, I don't need to be bothered with that, especially from someone who doesn't have any actual real significance in my life. You're not. And it's also like, I think I realized that like I'm reevaluating, like, all right, is this person really gonna be in my life in a year from now or 5 years from now? And if not, then all right, well, I can just drop you now. There's no sense in having this linger on, I guess what it's saying in here, the people who got you here may not be the people who are going to get you there. And I feel like when I read that, what comes to mind is a friendship, relationship or someone that I know, that I've known for the past couple of years, but I don't know, like, I just feel like certain people that I've met within the past 2 years, like during this whole pandemic and stuff, sometimes I feel like their purpose was to get me through the pandemic. And now where I'm at now, where I'm like, yeah, we're still in the pandemic, but I guess my point with a lot of stuff that I went through in the pandemic, and having that person there was good. But now it's like, all right, just reevaluating where I'm going, and it's like, okay, are you on the same page or you're not? And then, being okay with just cutting people out. And sometimes it involves you to cut everybody out and it's just you and God. And that is it's a good place to be. It's just hard because you really have to have a lot of faith, and you have to really rely on just communicating with God and understanding God. So, so what else does it say? Yeah, there's no room for both people who support you and help you level up and the people who are secretly envious. Like that part, I mean, I'm sure I have people that are envious, but I don't hang out with people that are envious of me that I know of or who are willing to show that. And I in a sense, I would say I don't care because I'm still going to do what I need to do for me anyway. So do what you have to do. Oh yes, but just recognizing okay, if you express to your friends or family or whoever that, hey, I'm changing my diet or whatever, either they're going to be one of two things. They're going to be supportive and they're going to keep you in line, or they're going to try to, like the post says, laugh it off or still do things as to try to get you off track. And those are the people that they're not it. So when it says, when you let these people go, the universe responds to this by providing you with soul tribe, with people who are willing to go the extra mile with you, with people who are wanting to see you thrive. And it's true. And, I think that finding your soul tribe is worth losing whoever you feel is not conducive to your growth and to your success. And it might suck to let them go, but it's so much better to find those people who are really down with you. You know what I mean? When you have those friends or whoever who's really, really down for you, they're going to get you in check when you're out of line. They're going to be there for you, in any way that they can. That's real love. And that's not easy to come by. So if you have that, definitely appreciate it and provide as much as you can back to them. And, don't take it for granted. And if you have people who are in your life but don't fit that, it might be time to let them go, because it's just, it's conducive to your growth. And, we're not settling in 2022. It says, I promise you are worthy of bigger and better and more love. And it's true. Not settling for the bare minimum or just games, halfway stuff, people not really wanting to do what they need to do, what they're supposed to do. So, like it says, why are you holding on to people that no longer serve you? And that can be for multiple reasons, because it could be a trauma response. If you have abandonment issues, or you have, issues with just using your throat chakra, practicing using your throat chakra. This is speaking up for yourself and expressing your needs and your wants. And, the thing with that is all right, so I feel it's a combination of chakras, because it's not only your throat chakra, because you could easily be someone who's all right, fine, you get the guts to say this is what I'm looking for, this is what I need. And if that person or those people still aren't willing to try to, or they don't want to give you what you're looking for and something, then you have to also, I feel, tap into maybe your heart chakra, I would say, because it's looking out for your heart and saying, all right, well, I told you what I need, and I gave you a chance to try to provide that or work towards that. And you've shown me that you're not going to do that because you don't want to, or you're not capable of trying to, or whatever your issue is. So now it's time for me to walk away and take away the access, because what is the point in remaining in whatever it is, this form of a relationship, if you're basically going back to what I said about the cup? All right, this is what I require to keep my cup full. Okay, cool. So, only put the straw in if you have a cup too that you're going to pour from back in to refill, right? To refill my drink. All right, cool. Okay, so then you let them in. You want to take, have some. Okay, fine. They get the straw, and they put their straw in your cup. They start drinking, right? And now it's all right. They're like, oh, this is good. All right, yeah, it's good. Then they keep drinking to the point where you get that, that slurpy noise, like, And now it's like, all right, so refill it. Oh, I don't have that. I don't have the same flavor, or I don't have any in my cup, or, mine is out of. Sorry about that. I had an alarm on my phone, so I forgot. And what I was saying about the cup thing, right? So, man, I gotta get my train of thought back. So, what I was saying, the drink from the cup, right? Okay, so now your cup is either empty or about to be empty, or, it's not the same, it's not full anymore. So now you're expecting them to to pour back, and they can't pour back, they don't want to pour back, whatever their issue is. So now it's like, you have to decide, do I take away my cup and go back and refill myself, or, go with find someone else who can refill it? Or do I stay here and keep just basically having to refill your own cup and basically give someone else a free sample of your drink, of you, of what you bring? And they're basically reaping the benefits of what it means to be in your presence, or have you around, or whatever, or have you in their life, but they're not reciprocating or unable to, whatever their problem may be, whatever their issue or excuse may be, right? So it's, evaluating, like, even though you might really like that person, or, you do have good times with them, like, do the good outweigh the bad? Is it worth it? So, and then again, what I struggle with sometimes is, like, depending on the situation and how I met that person, or whatever, where we are, it's like, even if I pull back, some people might catch the hint of that, and other people will catch it, but they'll still try to, like, hold on. And then when you have to get to the point where you have to, like, say, like, look, this is not working, or whatever, that could be tough. It could be tough because you don't want to say it in a way that is, I guess, like I said, it's a case by case scenario, because it depends on the relationship and how things are between you and that person. And do you need to tell them in a rude way? Do you need to tell them in a way that's like, this is what you did, this is why I'm no longer speaking to you, and then cut the cord and just never speak to them again? Or that's really up to you. Like, do you want to just say, oh, I don't, I'm not saying that you can't ever speak to me again, but I'm no longer participating in the way that, in this relationship, the way that I was before. Things will change. So it's up to you if you want to keep that door open, or whatever. I don't know. Whatever works for you. But more so, what my point is, like, evaluating and then making the decision and then following through on the action. And that can be hard because, like I said, based on how long you've known that person, and especially if you still have, like, that feeling of, like, dang, I don't want to have to cut this person off, but you kind of, so I hate that when someone puts you in a space where you leave me no choice but to, because you are doing this and that, or you're not growing, or I really need to go to point B and you're still staying here at point A, and I have no idea why, but it's not really for me to figure out why. But I know that I gotta go, I gotta leave, there's no room for you to come along with me to the next step. And sometimes that just, I guess my point was, like, retreating and really taking the time to self-reflect and, evaluate, like, dang, like, do you really bring that much into my life where I need you? And people probably, people do it all the time. People do it to, I'm sure people have done it to you too. People have done it to me, probably, I think. I don't know. But it's just, I think it's a part of growing. Yeah, I definitely do. I think it's a part of growing and just realizing. I think it's a part different things, like realizing where you are, realizing your growth, and honoring your goals, honoring yourself, honoring your growth, honoring your heart, and just honoring your worth, honoring you, like in total. Like, I don't want this, this is not matching what I want. And that's why it's important to know what it is that you want. That way you can recognize right away, like, this is not it. Okay, I'm cool, next, or, I'm good. I'm gonna just chill until something else comes along, that could be with anything. It doesn't have to be with just relationship. That's jobs too, like anything. So I think, do I have anything else? Okay, the last part says, remember, health is wealth, and the healthier you get, the clearer you get on who needs to go. And so that's very true. Like I said, it's true. Like, getting mentally healthy and clear, it'll put you in a space where you're just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need this. I'm good on this, or I don't need to be doing this anymore, or I don't need to be hanging with this crowd anymore, or I don't need to be at this job anymore, or, whatever. I need to move, or whatever, or I need to pull back from this relationship. Whatever it is, just the more clear you get, the more healthier you get, the more you're able to make better decisions for yourself. And so I hope that you're able to, evaluate. And if you don't need to, you don't need to. It's just, for me, it was a feeling that I felt that I needed to do. It was just certain things that were happening and occurrences where I was just like, I'm good. I don't really need to be in communication with these people, or I don't really need to hang out with these people. I'll be fine without it, and I've been fine without it. So, that's all. I feel like that's all I got, I hope this resonated. To get you thinking about, maybe you've been feeling the same way, like you're just not as connected with certain people anymore, or certain things or groups or whatever. And if you have like a history with that person or those things or those people, it could be a little bit hard to be like, dang, do I really just want to say goodbye or like let that go? But I feel like if you already even starting to get that feeling, then that might be just your intuition telling you like, let it go, or at least step back, like take a break from this, take a break from them. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I wish you guys luck if you're gonna do this. And like I said, thank you for those appreciation shout outs and reviews, and I would appreciate more if you rate and review the podcast. And please DM me to be a special guest. I'm looking forward to doing that, hopefully with some people that are interested, because I'm definitely interested in doing it and getting to know you guys more. Please rate and review the podcast. Hope you have a great week. And I am your host, Chanel, and this is Black Hippie Lounge. And meditate, manifest, invest in you. Talk to you soon. Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Join me on my spiritual journey as I elevate myself and like-minded listeners to a higher level, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for listening. This is Black Hippie Lounge, and I am your host, Chanel.